I don't know if you can see them. There they are. Got two little bunnies. They're in the yard. It's about 6 a.m., 6:15 maybe. They're heading out. I'm getting ready to go for a walk, so I'm sure they will probably skedaddle here soon. So good morning, everybody, and welcome. Big Beans Guys Fitness, Farmers Property and Wildlife. I've been up since about 5 a.m. Actually, I did a kind of a dark video because there wasn't much light out. And I posted some things online. I had to take one down because copyright. But I do have them over on my Facebook, so you want to look me up. I do have a Mac Beans Guys Fitness page. I'm also under John McBean. There's some dead accounts there. So I think the one that's active has got me, waving when I was at the gym. And that would be the one if you're going to follow me on Facebook. Yeah, I've got like 8,900 followers now. It jumped up last month. Out of the blue, wasn't really doing anything different. And all of a sudden, Facebook decided, hey, you're kind of interesting. And I went from 1,300 to like 5,000 right away. And I got monetized. Woo! Life of luxury for me. Well, not that much monetized. But it's kind of nice to earn a couple extra bucks time to time. There's the poor old bur oak tree that I end up mercilessly beating up when I'm throwing discus, which I'll probably start up next year again. I missed the Senior Olympics this year. I was kind of concentrating on my bench, but I think this will be my last year really complete focus on bench. And then after that, I think I'm going to do more of a full body workout. October is going to be a high reps October. So medium weights, lots of reps. Been kind of practicing with it the last couple days on bench. So I've been doing this Fields of Yellow. It's these flowers in the fall, and it's the black-eyed Susans in the spring. And they're really, they get thicker every year, which I'm happy to say. And I'm going to do a bunch of sunflowers next year. I'm saving all the seeds from my sunflowers I planted. And I'll have my godson come and mow a much bigger area and till it over and just spread the seeds and, just kind of let them come up on their own. It won't be anything that I really, weed out or anything. It'll just be, how many grows. So, nice fresh morning. It's probably it feels about 50 degrees. I could double check it later on. They've already took a bean field down there. So they've been real busy. They'll probably be taking this one down and mine down here pretty soon. We were up in Chicago, up at the VFW in Bridgeport. And really good band there. They're Toby Keith tribute band. And they're good. They got steel guitar, lead guitar, bass guitar, drummer, keyboard, and 3 other guys on guitars. And then they had 3 people on, let's see, had a cornet, a saxophone, and a trumpet. So they were, and then even had a young lady who was playing a ukulele. I think she might have been a friend, but it was kind of interesting. I didn't get a chance to record her, but I wish I would have. But yeah, we were also there to have a good time. But I'll have more videos popping up. You might have to go to my Facebook on some of them because of copyrights. So on the longer ones, I just share revenue, which is no big deal. I don't know who I'm sharing it with. And on the shorts, they just get blocked, so I deleted them and took them over to my Facebook. Whether they got different rules apply, I guess you could say. Oh, it's been a while since I've been on one of my longer walks. Even got a car coming. Oh my goodness. Damn, this traffic jam out here. That is an example of a traffic jam. Just kidding. I'm cruising on down the road. Now this is kind of how I get the blood moving. I've already started a pot of coffee. One of my vices. But not a bad one. Did have beer last night. Not bad. I think I had a couple Yinglings. So nice to have them as part of the menu here in America. Yeah, they're slowing down. Is he going to turn or is he curious why I'm in the field? I'm in the field because I don't want to be on the road. Who knows what vile, evil person was in County Sheriff. Probably wondering, why did he get off the road? I know him. He explains why he was slowing down. He plays in band too. And they've got a good band. If you go back, it'll be on my skunk holler days that we were over at his place. He is actually about a mile that way as the crow flies. Mile, maybe mile and a half, literally. Looks like he's heading home. Yep, he's heading home. But really good band. It was one of those nice discoveries we did this summer. So on discoveries, on meeting people, on going out and doing social things. We all have different feelings about what to do on that, and right to do how they feel fit. I do like to go out, and if somebody's willing to talk to me, I will talk to them. I do get recognized once in a blue moon from the channel, and it's always a nice conversation. And we see at the Toby Keith thing, we went to get the W, the one bouncer there. Him and I had some pretty good conversations and talked about fitness, and it was hearing experiences of, oh no, the duck. He's had some soldier. Oh, there's more ducks. Got more ducks in a row. I know. Dad jokes. It happens. He's had 2 surgeries on one shoulder, 1 surgery on the other. But he got back in the gym. Now he's doing more reps. But he looked good. And I said, I told him, keep doing what you're doing. He goes, well, I don't put up the heavy weights anymore, so it's all right. You're putting up weight and you're getting the circulatory system engaged and you're getting the tendons re-strengthened, and it's all good stuff. And I made a few new more I wouldn't say good acquaintances, let's put it that way. But the reason we were out in Chicago is because of a young man that wife and I talked to years ago out in Utica. Played in a band called Blind Reality. Good band. And he kind of took to us, and even though he's not a veteran, he does a lot of work with veterans, and he's actually one of the main workers there at the VFW up there in Bridgeport. And so we've kept in contact Went out to see him a few times play, and he always kept asking to come up to Chicago. And I'm not, well, a lot of ducks moving around. There's 3 more heading out that way. I'm not one that likes to be up in the big city that often, but he had asked so many times. I was like, yeah, we're going to go up there and see him. I'm glad we did. It was a really good time in the older park out by Bridgeport. But this is kind of the things that I think as a person and as the wife and I as a couple have enriched our lives by, making some friends from some people we didn't grow up with. We have those ones that we grew up with, and we have those close friends that we have been friends for decades. I've lost 2 of them in the last couple of years. They passed away, and I guess that's the age I'm getting. But we're still making new friends. A lot of times it's the bands. One band, 7 and 7, we really loved it and enjoyed to go see and watch all the time. And we watched them a couple weeks ago. I had posted those videos. And glad we went there because one of the guys was retiring, and I guess the band broke up. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it's kind of sad. I hope everybody in the band, does well. And I mean, it wasn't their main income. Obviously, they had regular jobs just like I do. This is not my main income. But feel free to donate to my PayPal anytime you want. Once in a blue moon, I get a donation. It's usually from smaller channels like me. We try to help each other out. But the best way you can help me out is like, comment, and share, which a lot of y'all do, and I appreciate it. But we've made some good acquaintances and good contacts, and, good people to know by being social. Now, not overly social, but I'm the type of thing, I'm a mirror. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. If you're not, well, buckle up, cowboy. Let's go. And those are few and far between also. I think we didn't get home until, it was after midnight. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. And we went to bed. But got to sleep about 1. Cat got me up at 5. I came down, fed the cat, and then I uploaded some videos, and since I went that far, I just made me some coffee. I figured I'd go for a walk. I watched Michael at the Body Beat Down. His walk in the park in Paris, Tennessee. And it's a beautiful place. I have been to Paris, Tennessee. We used to shoot down there from Fort Campbell. We would take the last train from Clarksville. If you're catching all those song references. Actually, we drove. And we used to go to the Hank Williams Jr. bar. And there'd be dancing and, good bands. And it was always a good time. So when I met up with my wife, I was telling her about this and got her all excited about going there. Now, I was going to Reelfoot Lake, Tennessee, and went fishing for 4 days with her. And the whole thing was on the 5th day, we would go to that bar. So on the 5th day, we drove into Paris, and well, it's not a bar anymore. It's a Hank Williams Jr. museum. And he's got all his old cars in there, which was okay with me. But you gotta imagine, I was in a wee bit of trouble. Because Mama was wanting to listen to some country bands and do some dancing. So the first thing I asked the lady there was, kind of overseeing the museum, is, where can I take my sweetie tonight and listen to a good band? And luckily, she knew of a place. And the band was a good band, and we had a good time. And I got myself out of trouble. It's one of those fun little adventures that the wife and I share. And we do go on lots of them. I think it's, in my opinion, it's how you stay happy about life. Not political here, but if you're out on the street corner on a Saturday afternoon, sitting there going, somebody's bad, somebody's bad, somebody's bad, you need to look in the mirror, especially if you're my age, and say, really? Is this what my life is about? Being angry? Gotta be honest with you, you're just a tool of a party who doesn't care about you. You need to care about yourself. You need to go out there and have fun for yourself. You need to take care of yourself, mentally and physically, spiritually, and you'll find out that life will be much happier. Going out and being angry, jumping up and down, and trying to change something that it doesn't even affect you. I was listening to the Ghetto Bodybuilder this morning. I like following him. Yeah, that man works 16 hours a day and lifts 4-hour days and sleeps maybe the other 4. It's very inspiring. Anytime I think I'm working out too hard, I go watch him, and I can say, yeah, maybe not so much. But he was saying how about taking care of himself too, and he doesn't have time to sit there and go to all these places. People call him up and you invite him, and you hang out here, hang out there. And he says, and I can relate with him. I mean, he's not wrong. He says, he works so many hours, he works so hard himself that, he's taking care of himself. He's taking care of his family. And when I was raising the kids, yeah, we didn't go out much. We did take a vacation. There was always a summer vacation. We took the kids either down to Florida or out to West Virginia, or sometimes we take them out to the reservation out in South Dakota. Go up to Michigan, up by Traverse City. But I always took 2 weeks off during the summer, and we went out and did things as a family. Because, it's still the old adage of all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And now that they're pretty much raised and doing their own thing, it's time for the wife and I to sit there and enjoy our time together, which we do. And we still work full-time jobs. We still got the house upkeep, which is always calling my name. Here's another project. But we take time to have fun with ourselves and fun with our friends. Next weekend I'm having people over here are going to shoot. We're going to barbecue. Good food, good drinks, good people, good times. And that's going to be you can tell there's Boyd's there. I'm looking over here in the weeds because I'm seeing the weeds wave. And being a hunter, if you move, I see you. Even with my bad eyesight, where everybody go. So, this is, go out for walks. Enjoy the fresh air. Even before winter sets in, if you're in the northern hemisphere. Go out and listen to good music. And go out and have a good time. Take care of yourself. And you'll live longer, you'll live happier, and you'll live healthier. So as always, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, hydration, walks in the sun, just go have fun, and get in the gym and lift.